In case you haven't heard, it's a big weekend in the Amana Colonies. Oktoberfest 59 will be taking over soon, and the official Oktoberfest is on the way. We have two very special guests with us this morning. Mr. Pat Kellenberger standing right next to me, the Burgermeister for how many years now?
This will be my 15th year. 15
years. What does it mean to be Burgermeister?
Well, I tell you what, it's been great. I love doing things for the community, and it's a good way to start the Oktoberfest season. And
well, you were unloading mums yesterday.
Yes,
so they put you to work. It's not just a figurehead. It's not just waving on a float. You actually got to work, too.
I volunteer and do a lot of work, yeah.
And then Mr. John Childress stands next to him. Good to see you again, good sir. You are the Festival Meister, right? Or the Festmeister?
Yep.
What does that mean?
Well, that basically means whenever Pat needs to be done, he can ask me to help out. So, and I get to just go in his wake with him.
Does that list just grow year after year?
It does, yes. As Oktoberfest grows, then the list of official duties grows as well.
Exactly.
Here are two guys who have grown up in the Amanas. I mean, you probably went to Oktoberfest before you were even old enough to get in the tent. We could probably say that, right?
Oh, gosh, yes. I was in one of the first ones when it was still in Amana, playing in a polka band from the high school.
What's it like to be able to have this all these years later, and stronger than ever, too? I'll start with you, Pat.
Well, it's just been great. I've responsible for even starting our own band years ago. Been involved in the community. My whole life is helping, and that's part of who I am.
And I don't think I'm going to tell tales out of school. Talking about giving the community, you're still driving bus, right?
Well, I finally gave that up.
Did you retire finally? Okay.
50 years was enough.
You were a bus driver, so you probably drove a bunch of the people who you would see in the tent from time to time,
if I remember them now.
And John, you're again born and raised in the Amanas. It has to be a cool feeling to be a part of this.
It is, yes. When we were kids, we went to the Oktoberfest. When we got older, we worked at it to help raise funds and all of that. And then I had the fortune for 13 years to organize the entire event, and so from that point on, I've just been, again, helping Pat and do whatever it takes to make it happen.
Yesterday we had the Okshoke in. Yesterday we had Ackerman in. We've just been highlighting Amanas all week. We've got another guest coming from Millstream. You can't say Oktoberfest without Millstream.
Right.
We'll say that here in a little bit. What can we look forward to for somebody who's never been to this, John?
You will look forward to having an entire historic community filled with people celebrating the fall, celebrating the tradition of the Amanas that is called the Amana Colonies Oktoberfest. You'll be looking forward to the Burgermeister keg tapping parade. We're going to pick it up at the museum in Amana, and then we're going to go down to Millstream. We're going to pick their group up, and we're all going to go up to the fest grounds, and we're going to have Pat toasted again at another good year, and we'll go from there.
Pat, tell me about this keg tapping that happens on Friday. What do we need to know?
You need to get a ticket from the museum to get the free beer.
Free.
You have free beer that you pay for.
But everything kind of kicks off Friday, goes through the weekend.
Yes.
You got live music. We even had the Colony Folk Singers here last week, too.
We played Big Grove last week. We played for the Czechoslovak Museum. Our band played there on Friday. And Sunday we had a practice down at Millstream, so we're fired up, ready to roll.
How long, tell me about the planning of this. When does it start? Has it already started for year 60 next year, John?
Yes, there's some rumblings out there about some new ideas and things like that, but it's a year-round effort. So everything that gets planned at the grounds, then folks like the Millstream, the Hotel Millwright, the Ronneberg Restaurant, a lot of them have big activities going on too. So it's really a very big coordinated effort that takes the entire community to host all 30,000 people.
That's right.
Now I'm looking down at my phone, and Sean, I'm going to throw you an audible here. I went into my archives, and I don't know if you can get a tight shot of this on camera 8. But this, Pat and I were just visiting. We go back a ways. This was how many years ago? You weren't even Burgermeister yet.
A year before I was.
So this would have been 2009. 2009. I'm going to tap it again. There's Pat, and again, here's us at a different station. But that guy right there.
Carl Ale.
Carl was the longtime Burgermeister, and you were lucky enough to kind of take over
Well,
as he...
I was his shadow for a couple of years, and he wanted me to take over.
And
so.
now it's your party. And it is a party. Do you ever sleep during this thing, or is you just...
Not very much.
Tell people, John and Pat, and John, I'll defer to you because you're kind of the nuts and bolts guy. Information, where can we go to find it? Where can we find these schedules and all this stuff?
AmanaColonies.com. You can also check out the Millstream site. They're doing a lot of activities. Hotel Millwright and Ronneberg, they all have their own websites that will feed into everything that's going on this weekend. So you'll see live music, you'll see all the great entertainment, and that'll be going on. And then all of the nice hospitality, or Gemütlichkeit, like we say in Amana, that'll be spread all through town this week.
Great food, great beer, great fun, great gentlemen too. Always good to
And
see
good
you.
weather.
Yeah,
Good
right.
weather.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say it. I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
So, Pat, good to see you. John,
bet.
good to
Yep,
see you.
nice to see you.
Go see these guys this weekend down at the Amana's Oktoberfest.